Question 1267. Free weed or free alcohol for the rest of your life? Which would you choose?
That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm going to actually say free weed.
It depends. What else do we have to do with the rest of our lives? Do we still have to function?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't expect this one to be a long question where you had to consider it.
I don't have to. I've got this. I've got an easy answer. I'll just say it and be done.
Go on.
For me, weed is more expensive than alcohol, especially in Vietnam. So, and also, I think if I smoke weed every day, my health won't be too compromised. So I like the expensive alcohol because alcohol is very dangerous to my health. So I will, if I had free alcohol, like infinite beer, I would drink way too much and I'd be dead in like 2 years. So I'll take free weed. No problem.
I already drink probably too much beer than I already should be. But so I need sort of obviously a little bit of financial restriction there is good. So like weed I could smoke what I think it's been, I don't know if I've smoked a joint at all this year actually. But so something I could easily get hold of if I wanted it, but I'm not particularly bothered by it. So but it'd be nice to have it like free there to have if I wanted it.
Yeah,
you know.
That's fair.
And like, because it sometimes I'll admit, like if I do get into a state where I'm like really stressed out or really had a bit of a mental health crash or something, actually smoking a joint, I do find it does help a little bit. It's not a cure, but it just helps a bit.
I agree.
Takes the edge off, as we say. It just takes the edge off it a little bit. But I think with beer, I need something like a little bit of financial restriction on myself there. I think like alcohol.
Yeah. So we agree, right? So if we had unlimited free alcohol, there's a risk there that we could go down to like a huge dark spiral. I don't think I would overdose on like weed, so that wouldn't really be a problem. That's kind of my.
So I happen to know what I'm like both with access to free weed and with access to free alcohol. So I'm gonna go with free weed.
I'm gonna go with free weed just because an excessive amount of weed can kind of get theatrical because you can take like a pound, like just imagine taking a pound of weed and just lighting them up like torches in an enclosed space and just hanging out. I mean, if you have a quantity of that stuff, you can actually get into arts and crafts, right? So I would go with weed at this point.
Fair enough. Let me do the chat quickly because I've.
What about you, Dave?
Just wait. I haven't done Sarah yet either. Yandiri says alcohol. Ricardo says red wine. Jess says weed. Never Again says weed isn't free. Damn, no one told me. Microraptor says alcohol. I've never tried weed, but I like alcohol. Ox says weed. Too lazy to keep running to pee from the booze. Junk Shop says frightfully allergic to weed, so that's a no-brainer. Ricardo says I can grow weed, so red wine. Godless Sewing says weed because the only side effects are sleepy, happy, and hungry. Theo says free weed, 100%. Never Again says I need one type of alcohol to make tinctures, but it's not that expensive. Fair enough. 9 o'clock Hero says weed. Jenny says weed. Never Again says weed, not weeds. No.
Seems like the weeds have it.
Say again.
Seems like the weeds have it.
It does seem like the weeds have it. Microraptor says, "How about free weed and then learning to make alcohol from it? Can you make I didn't know that. Can you make alcohol from weed?
I think you could probably infuse alcohol. I don't see why you couldn't. I don't know, but I'm not an expert in brewing, so.
It would
if you can make alcohol from a marijuana leaf, yeah, you could for sure.
It would be very difficult because we don't have the
I've certainly had alcohol products made from coca leaves before, so I don't see why you can't do it in weed.
I mean, you're right, and you're definitely right. You can definitely infuse it as well. 9 o'clock Hero says, "Haven't had a spliff in years, but I'll swap it for the whiskey in the flask." Ox says, "Free weed for all and all the booze for Junk Shop." Has any of the people on the stream done a video while high and or drunk? Most of them.
I had a joint just before the stream.
Jenny
Most
says,
of them I've been on.
You see? Jenny says, I'll pick weed, you pick alcohol. And Chris says, free alcohol is too dangerous.
Yeah.
Chris stuff. Right,
Well,
Sarah.
well, that's me.
Sarah.
You not hear me?
Sarah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought my headphones were acting weird, but apparently they are acting weird. I would go with weed.
Weed. Yeah, I would go weed as well.
Yeah, because again, it
I think
takes too
we're
much
good.
alcohol to get me drunk, and I'm hoping that if this case, my work would not test anymore, or it would be legal in my area or something. Hopefully, so I'll just go with weed.
I think we've reached a consensus here, haven't we?
Yes. There you go. Hemp is the preferred source of biomatter for making automotive ethanol. It grows faster than corn and costs way less.
That's the whole. I mean, that's the whole thing with it, isn't it? There are so many uses you could use the plant for.
Well, yeah, but people just say that because they smoke enough of it that they start getting creative. That's all that is.
I want to know if we're doing that, are people going to start?
Get enough going.
People going to start dipping petrol tanks for stuff to drink?
Also, David, there's something important to discuss about that. Like, if you drink like 2 liters of vodka, you're gonna be drunk as fuck, and you're gonna be hungover and fucked for more than a week. And if you smoke all the weed you can, you'll probably be fine. Like, maybe not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. Like the amount of like physical stress on your liver and how long it lasts. If you
You
want
might
to
have
get
a tummy ache from how much shit you eat. That's about it from the weed.
No, but if you want to get into an altered mental state, you can smoke weed and you'll be fucked really quick. Or you have to drink like shit of beer. I don't know. It's just not.
The whole reason that I chose weed is that I know in an evening I've got 2 joints that I can cope with taking 2 joints before my legs are going to give out, because once I start being high, I've got a certain amount of time before my legs just give out. So I can limit myself to how much I can have a day simply by choosing weed.
Okay, so we got 6 for 6. And then the chat likes alcohol.
Well, I like alcohol.
I don't know. I think the chat was more in favour of weed.
No, the chat was definitely more in favour of weed. There was Junk Shop who can't have weed, so we're sending him all the alcohol. And I think there was one person that wanted wine. I've completely forgotten who.
Okay, but never mind. I don't know.
We lost Sarah again. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.